Nuskin for how many years? Some of you would know. 36 years, right? So I've worked all over the world. I've been, on vacation with the guys that started the company and their places for dinner, blah, 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 whatever. I know them really well. But you know what? There's one guy in this company who's been with Nuskin. If you like, he'll tell his story as to how he's been with Nuskin, but he's been working with Nuskin now in their offices and on behalf of us for the last 4+ years. And we are so glad and so lucky to have him. It's almost, I almost embarrass him because I just love the guy. If he was a girl, he might have a bit of trouble with me chasing him around. He's a fantastic guy and one of our dearest friends. And he's a huge asset for Nuskin and for you. He does so much for us in the field, and we just love him for it. His name's Steve Hatchett. He's going to come up and talk about the company. Let's give him a warm welcome up on stage, Mr. Steve Hatchett.
Hello, brother.
How are you? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, too. Yeah. You look great for a guy who just got his hip done. Yeah. Sean Brady just had his hip done, and look at this guy, man. I mean, you would have seen this guy walking up to stage. How many of you guys were when I spoke last time? And I can't believe the difference of him. That walk right there, that's cool. That is seriously, that's amazing. I just love it. That's why I'm in this business. I'm into looking, living, feeling better. And I'm so glad to be here. I got to tell you guys real fast. Obviously, we got a lot going on over there in that facility, and we've got the executive committee. We've got a big board strategy session going on Monday, Tuesday. We're getting prepared for all of that. And $1 billion company that's a publicly traded company, you can imagine how many people and things you have to get done and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, all that stuff we're going to be talking about for like 48 hours straight, and it's all about you. I mean, it's all about this. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all we're trying to do, is trying to help you and help us globally build and grow and become a little bit better than we were yesterday. And so today I'll take 30 minutes and share with you some of the insights that I've had over my 32-year career working with Nuskin, either as an outside person helping them build their business from 1992 or as one of their executives. So my background comes in nutrition and wellness because of I started a manufacturing company that helped Nuskin launch their interior design nutritional line, and that was in 1992. And back then, think about that. What they called it interior design nutritionals, and the concept was put nutrition on the inside to help facilitate what's going to happen on the outside and all over your body. And they were already thinking about this inside-outside philosophy back in 1992. Made the first life pack, all the nutrition. That was so much fun. I partnered with these guys, and it's been an unbelievable career. I owe so much to them, to Nuskin, to the founders. And I mean, you look at this, and this is why I'm here today. I mean, if you look at this, I mean, you have a founder who's really committed to people. And as a contract manufacturer, I got to work with literally hundreds, if not thousands of companies globally to help them build their product lines. I think the number I came up with, somebody was running the numbers for me the other day, and they said, I think I've come up with right around 16,000 and odd formulas and products that have gone into the marketplace over the last 32 years. So I've done some things with some people. I've had the privilege of working with Nobel Prize winning laureates, thousands of scientists all over the world. I've circumnavigated the globe for about 3 times this year so far. I've been in Australia, I've been in Spain. I got to hang out with Sean in Spain. In Australia, that was fun. And then I went to Spain, then I went to, oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember, Indonesia, and then I went over to, Doha, and obviously Mexico, and I mean, just everywhere. Just was on a call with Japan last week. Went to Korea, Southeast Asia, everywhere. I mean, it's been so much fun. This is the best part of my job. And I don't even call it a job. This is the best part of what I get to do, is I get to share some of the things I'll share with you today that's going to hopefully help you understand the difference. I wish you could have my experience of walking into roughly about 300 different manufacturing facilities all over the world. Because if you had that experience, then you would say, oh, this is different here. It's different at Nuskin. They take things differently. They care about the microbial content. They care about the organoleptic content. They care about stability, shelf life, active constituents. They care about the science. I'm going to share some of that with you. I can promise you that not all companies are created equal, and most companies do not go to the level of quality and clarity that Nuskin does, and it's a lot of it to our detriment. In terms of the stock price and some of these other things people look at financially, we're more willing to put money into the product and making sure it's right than we are than just making a quick buck. That's not what we do. So what we do is we have a little fun sharing products with people, but we make sure that the products are right. We've been doing this for about 40 years now. And this is the founders, as you know. This is back when they were a little younger. You can see why they got into the hair business and skin business and some of the other stuff. They needed some help, but it's the only joke I'll ever make about the founders. But no, but you know, I mean, what did my hair look like back then? I think I had a mullet. Anyways, the reality is that this has been 40 years in the making, and there's a lot of companies that have sprung up. But what they don't have is they don't have a database of millions and millions and millions of data points, of clinical studies, of research, of science that actually gave us direction. We're way ahead of so many companies that are now trying to catch up with us. It took a long time to get here, and it's a lot of fun to talk about it, but our mission is very, very simple. We want to be a force for good. And if you want to be a force for good, if you want to be somebody that truly has an impact on other people, if you have a daughter that's here, that you're saying, hey, I care about my daughter, or if you have family at home, or you have mom, or you have dad here, that if you're so fortunate that they're still alive, if you want to make a difference in people's lives, you've come to the right place. This is where it's at. This is what we do. Every single day I walk into that office, I sit down, and I say, this is the most important day of my life. Because it's the next day I have. It's all I have, right? It's the most important. So being with you today, these minutes, I'm going to try to be the best force for good I can possibly be by sharing with you what Nuskin's really about. Because I get to deal with this all the time, work with this all the time, but you don't get to see it too much. A lot of times, I've been doing business for a long time, 32 years. People don't believe me when I tell them I'm 83. And but it's been a long road. And I'm actually, it's funny, I'm actually 53. I threw an extra 30 years on there. But I've watched businesses come and go. And if you look at the total number of businesses that have been going around in this world that started back in 1984 and that are still here today, that are at $1 billion plus level, it's less than 1%. Think about that just for 1 second. What kind of strength has to be there with a company to be there? Is Blockbuster here? Nope, gone. I mean, are all these 1984 companies that have been around for a while. So when you're trying to figure out, okay, do I spend time when I've got loved ones, when I've got friends and family that I'm trying to introduce to this opportunity? Why? Is there a big upside? Is there a future in this? Are we trying to sell fax machines here? I hope not. No. So we go to McKinsey. McKinsey is one of the trusted sources where we can say, hey, they're agnostic about companies. They just care about what's going to win. And they're projecting the following 3 trends that are very, very important for you to understand. These 3 trends are the reason why you have the best opportunity to really do something significant in the world. Number 1 is it, these are the questions I always ask every single time I think about what I'm working with on my time, because time's precious. You only have so much of it, right? And you want to spend it in the right place. You don't want to waste your time, okay? So is this a growth industry? Yep. 6 to 8% compound annual growth rate for the next foreseeable future, okay? Is it a big industry? It's $2 trillion. $2 trillion, with a T, not a B or an M, trillion-dollar industry of beauty and wellness, okay? And for those quote-unquote fast movers and early adopters, there's an integrated beauty and wellness play that people are starting to pick up on that we've been working on for quite some time. And then those people who recognize that the world is going essentially here, right? I mean, this is where the world is. 8 billion people, this is where they are. I can go to the smallest town or village anywhere in the world, and the person may not even have a home, but they've got a cell phone. Literally. I mean, they don't even have potable water. They don't have drinkable water. They have to go to some river to get a water, but they've got a cell phone or a phone to be able to track things. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I couldn't believe it. I was in Indonesia, and I'm not kidding you when I say this. I was in Indonesia. They have 2 lanes for traffic down in Jakarta, and I'm sitting there, and we're trying to come out of a restaurant, and it's like, so it's 2 lanes, but there's somehow there's 6 cars going every which way. And there's 30 million people in that little city, or that big city, but 30 million people, okay? So there's 6 lanes of traffic coming on. And I'm like, how are we gonna, I mean, they're just like locked. And I said, how are we gonna get out? And this guy that's from that area says, watch. And he took the equivalent, ready for this, of 2 cents. 2 cents, US dollars, 2 cents. Put it on the windshield underneath the windshield wiper, and then went out to where the roads start. This guy comes flying across from the other side of the road, running, swerving in front of people, like, he says, you stop, and you stop. I'm thinking, oh, it's the police, but they look like they're undercover cops or something, you know, and this person, they must work for the restaurant, and he's like, you stop, you stop, you stop. He like parted the entire thing and got everybody to stop. He like put his body in the middle of the traffic. He says, "No, come out, come out, come out, come out." And then as soon as like we got our car out, and then he said, you know, kind of gave it a little sign like, "Thank you." Took the 2 cents, put it in his pocket. And I was like, "Who the heck was that?" Oh, it was just some guy. He just needed the money. I mean, it's just like, it's unbelievable. You know, sometimes we live in this beautiful world where we kind of live in this amazing facility, or we have this incredible opportunity to do what we do, and we forget the rest of the world that needs what we have, and we forget what $10, $15, $100, $1,000 can do for somebody, and then the nutrition and wellness that can follow it. It's amazing. But guess what? All those people, most of them, they're on a phone, typically a smartphone. And so to reach those people, you can reach them even if they don't have a home, or even if they live in an apartment, or even if they live in another world, place, planet, whatever you want to call it, you can reach them on the phone. And so we have to be digitally smart. We've always been great at products. We haven't always had the technology stack to be able to support it. We're getting better at that. So those 3 things are good. So when you look at this, I want to show you real quick, if you can take a real quick gander. So answer questions that I always ask. Is it a strong growth opportunity in the future? Answer is yes. Is it big enough? Yes, 2 trillion. We're currently around 2 billion. And number 3 is, do we have the ability to get digitally scaled up? And just so you know, we're investing over the course of 5 years, $500 million on a digital basis to be able to make sure that we're ensuring your business can scale, okay? So the answer to all these things are yes, so you made the right decision today. Now I'm going to give you just a little visual of kind of who Nuskin is and the type of quality that it is.
When you look and feel your best, you can do anything. But when you're not living your best, you feel it, and it shows. At Nuskin, we've always known that it's all connected. That looking and feeling good is a whole lifestyle. It's in every part of your daily routine. It's why we've been at the forefront of beauty and wellness for 40 years. We're in a place where superior ingredients meet scientific innovation. From selecting the best to targeting the sources of aging, we do it all to empower you to look and feel better. We've led the way with intelligent, one-of-a-kind devices that mean smarter skin and body care, giving you the freedom to build your beauty routine your way. Plus, every device system is powered with products that give you next level results you'll see, feel, and love. For by nature and science, our ingredient philosophy is about all of the good for you and the planet. Like our bioadaptive botanicals, they're the superpower behind our nutricential system, which is also fueled by worry-free ingredients and clean formulas. Because we're passionate about caring for both people and our planet. Our award-winning sustainability initiatives have helped reduce waste and preserve natural habitats worldwide. Plus, our humanitarian efforts help improve children's health and wellness around the world. Because when we do our best, we inspire others to live their best. And when it comes to wellness, we're obsessed with bringing you formulas you can trust. So we develop our products following our strict success quality process. They're powerful daily support systems that perfectly fit into your day. And products that are clinically proven to deliver radiant skin. Whatever your beauty and wellness goals, we have the systems that help you live your best life. For the last 40 years, Nuskin has empowered you to live better, to feel like you can do anything. And we promise to make it happen for the next 40 and forward.
Okay. There's a lot of people who have the privilege of maybe working on cars or doing different things in life. We have the privilege of actually sharing products that really mean something and do something different for people on a daily basis and can truly change their lives. This success process we mentioned in here is really unique. It's unique to Nuskin. And a lot of times people will say, oh yeah, we have quality. And I get it, and I won't spend too much time on this, but this process ensures that when you put that product in your mouth or on your skin, which inevitably gets into your body, think about it, goes down into your gut, into your duodenum, and gets released, and then it gets absorbed into your body, right? And then those nutrients go throughout every single part of your body, to all to the visceral organs and so forth. That all happens, and whether you, as soon as you put it in, it's done, so it's got to be good, it's got to be safe, it's got to be right, it's got to be clinically supported, that type of thing. When you put a topical on, that goes into your bloodstream. Okay, so if you just want to take a risk and go grab the cheapest thing out there and throw it on your skin, cool, it's up to you. It may or may not be beneficial. It may not be success certified. I can tell you that our products are. That's all I can verify. I can't speak to anybody else's products. I can tell you what we do. And what that means is we figure out the selection process. Where's the best source of that ingredient? Where are we going to get our collagen? Where are we going to get and source that specific source of collagen to get the most bioactive form in the best location so that we can source it sustainably in a way that's positive? Okay, ceramides, that type of thing. We've got to make sure that the types of ingredients we get, we have to be so picky about how we choose them, which country we get them from. How do we treat the farmers that we get some of these herbs and extracts from? How do we treat the manufacturers? How do we treat everyone along the process, because every single person is creating what we're doing. And then we test every single product. So we source it, we select it, we set up a specification. It has to meet a high level of specification. I've said this many times before, most products don't meet our specification. Most ingredients don't meet our specification. They just don't meet it consistently. Like 1 time out of 7, they'll meet it, but they won't meet it all 7 times. You have to meet it every single time. We test it every single time. If it doesn't meet it, it's because it's rejected, okay? The standardization that we use is unique. And Shelly Hester, who will be here in a second, Dr. Hester, she'll explain a little bit more on the science side, but it doesn't, trust me, if it doesn't meet the burden of proof from our science team, it doesn't go in. And she standardizes it to a very specific level. So for instance, Meta, there's a specific anthocyanin, purple pigment, that she was looking for and the team was looking for to be able to generate a certain result. There's tons of anthocyanins. There's tons of them. But she needed to find the specific one that would work in the body to do a very specific function. So when somebody says, well, we have anthocyanins, you might, but you maybe don't have it at the right ratio and you don't have the right type. That's very, very important. And then, going through safety and substantiation, obviously we have to make sure the products are safe and effective, okay? So, Dr. Joe Chang and his team of scientists consistently in our labs that you've seen over here. Hopefully you've taken the time to go over, take a look at the labs. I mean, it's amazing. I can tell you how many companies, literally the person who's the CEO or the person who's in charge of it actually doesn't even know who the manufacturer is, hasn't even seen the lab, doesn't know the substantiation on some other groups that I've worked with. They just don't even, they're just like, get me the product, get it at $4, and we're going to go. And it's like, but did you test it? Who's testing it? Manufacturing? Have they walked it? Have they seen it? Have they done? I mean, we have the manufacturing for most of our supplements that is like literally 10 minutes south of us. And we have the manufacturer for most of our personal care products literally 60 minutes north of us. I mean, and we walk through those facilities every single day to make sure they meet our criteria. This is kind of our sourcing map. We try to set up sourcing such that we can actually make sure that we can make the product in the 6S process everywhere around the world and make it closer to the source for freshness, for purity, for safety, and to make sure that we can get that expiration date as long as we possibly can. That's our focus, okay? And move faster to this demand signal, as they say. So these are all our different manufacturing locations all around the world. If you look at it from a standpoint of what's unique, this is unique. That was a little dramatic, I think, quite honestly. I don't know why that was there. I think that was my AV guy that was playing a joke on me. But that's all right. I'll get him. But this is kind of the background. You look at our scanner data points, which nobody else has the scanner. I mean, when you really talk about what do we do different here at Nuskin, show me somebody else who has a biophotonic scanner with Raman technology. Don't worry, Sean. I covered it. I know. But scanner. I/O sessions where you have integrated output. Basically, you have something inside outside beauty, but you have an I/O technology that gives real-time feedback. Purchase data points. We have over 10 billion purchase data points, meaning people who have actually ordered a product. So this person ordered this product and likely will buy this product and will likely buy this product because that's beneficial to them. And then they keep buying this product and this product and this product. So now you don't get people to buy things that they don't want. We're not in the business of just selling stuff. We're in the business of sharing products to help other people. And if you're in this business just to huck a bunch of products and make some money, then you're in the wrong business again. It's not what we do. You pick your passion and then you get excited about it and you share it with people. We have home use tests. We have over 100 formulas in our database library that we are working on at any given time. Clinical studies, peer-reviewed literature, supplier data, global scientist input, analytical lab data points, proprietary unique innovation pipeline. I mean, all this stuff is being done. It's just, I wish I could give you all my experience of going to all these other companies that don't do any of this. And they just send it out there. And then I hope it works. And it's just a totally different world here. Here's why you're here, and here's why we love you so much. Because at the end of the day, when you really boil it down, you can have celebrity endorsers, you can have people who can talk about the products, you can say whoever it may be, but at the end of the day, if you look at the top 3 reasons why people actually make a decision on a product, look at it. Seeing product in person, which is something that you can provide them, like literally go to the store, you can actually show it to them in person, family and friends, and doctors. It's a people business still. As much as we're on this, specifically on the phone, there's this. And then you have all these others, the influencers, the athletes, the personal trainers, blah, 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 and so forth, websites, social media, and so forth. But at the end of the day, they trust you. Your friends, your family trust you more than anything else. And when you're just talking about your experience, it changes everything. Like I was working out this morning and somebody was talking about some of the things that they do in terms of preparation before they do a workout. And they asked me, what do you do? And I talked to them about Renew Spa. And when I was talking to them, I was just talking to them like, what I do. I wasn't trying to sell them. And they're like, well, now what does it do? And the current does what? And how does that help you with your workout? And like, it was just this dialogue you suddenly have. And now saying, well, how can I get it from you? And how do we do, you see what I mean? It's just a different thing. And I just gave them nuskin.com and so forth. So it's so easy to talk about things you love, but people trust their friends, their family. That's how things start. And if you believe in it, if you don't believe in it and you try to sell it, it's never going to last. It just won't. It's too hard. So We know what got you here isn't what's going to get us there. We've talked about this digital movement that we're going to, where we had to build this foundation, this framework. We had to basically rip out our old technology stack and build a whole new integrated and optimized system, and we're in the middle of that right now. And some of us are feeling the pain of that, some of us are feeling the enjoyment of that, depending on where you are in this business, but we are getting better and better and better, and the future state's in sight. And we're excited to be able to be in a position, not too long, that 8 billion people or whoever has a smartphone will be able to have access to this, and they can share information and data and insights and so forth. It'll be fun. And to be able to really deliver on this Empower Me philosophy, which is Empower Me helps you discover the best you. And that's it. I mean, what is that for you? What is that for you? Is that lifting your grandkids when you get home at the end of the day? Or is that about running a triathlon? Is that about hanging out with friends and not worrying about your back? Is that worrying about all the things that you're thinking about? Is it financial? Whatever it is, discover the best you. That's what we're trying to do with Empower Me. And through our Nuskin digital platform, it's going to change things. So Empower Me will empower you. It's going and it's coming and it's getting better and better. It's getting smarter and smarter, and you're going to see it continue to grow. And you can say you were there when we kicked this thing off, and it's going to continue to go. Now, we talked about this number 2, which is the integrated beauty and wellness platform. This is so important to understand because we believe there's this massive benefit. And when we see, and Shelly will maybe even discuss some of this, but what we keep seeing is when we take supplements in combination with, for instance, topicals that are synergistic, it's like 1 + 1 can equal 3. It's a whole different ballgame. It's actually the outcomes are so much better in the clinical results. And then you add a device to it, it magnifies the benefits. And we're just getting started with this. And so we're seeing these combinations, and we saw this with LumiSpa and with collagen, and we saw LumiSpa's great benefits, and then we saw collagen's great benefits, and then we combined the two, and it was so much more. It was amazing. So you have patented technology, unique combinations, and it just changes everything. So we know the strategy's working, and we only have one avenue to be able to share this beauty and wellness connection, and it's through you. You're the ones. You're the only. We don't have this in stores. You can't get it just on the internet if you want to just go buy on the internet and so forth. This is through you. So the reason we bring up devices so much, and you see us a lot, and I know my time's a little short, so I got to be really fast on this, is because at the end of the day, 66% of all social media related to Nuskin is directly related to devices. So you can say, well, I don't do the devices. I don't care about the devices. Okay, that's fine. But just so you understand how people are coming onto our platform, they've seen 1 million lotions, they've seen 1 million supplements, but they have never seen this kind of unique device system technology. And so they may come in through the device and this technology and then see it. So 66% out of all social media platforms globally, that's how they come in. So a lot of times if you're thinking about a post, you might want to think about a device so that you can draw the eyeballs and then also share with them the other information that's there. This is a quick video on Nuskin LumiSpa. It's not super quick, but it gives you a little direction on why we lead the world in the home #1 brand for beauty device systems, and now it's beauty and wellness device systems just this year. Euromonitor gave it to us this year. I'm going to talk a little bit through this, and I'm going to go because we're tapped on time, but basically this shows you the awards, some of the technology, the way we pair it with an app, and the way that we've developed all of this. Now, a lot of people have said, hey, this device, it drives me crazy because we couldn't connect via the LumiSpa, or it was really tough at the beginning. Everything's tough at the beginning. When Disney launched its original FastPass program, guess what? It was tough in the beginning. It didn't work sometimes, and they're trying to do their code and so forth, but you learn and you learn. It went from half the people who tried to link their LumiSpa didn't work to 20% to 10%. Now with WellSpa, less than 1% of people didn't connect the first time. less than 1%. But we only could do that because we built that foundation, learned from LumiSpa, and then now incorporate it into WellSpa. Just think what we're going to do next. When you see the device we're working on now, oh my gosh. I'm not kidding you. I get goosebumps. I'm so excited about the things we're working on right now. Man. And if you want to know about it, ask Shelly. She's coming up next. And Dr. Hester will give you all the details maybe. So this science team we have is just something else. It's just amazing. So the reality is, you know the benefits. This beauty, remember that middle thing, beauty, wellness, integrated. Look what we're doing. Beauty, wellness, integrated. Do you see the mix? $2 trillion, beauty and wellness. Let's see if Life Pack, Celtrex, beauty, wellness. You catching this? Beauty, wellness. Age Lock, and then you can include Tiara Go in this if you want to. A lot of people are using New Biome with this. I mean, in fact, in the United States, one of the biggest success stories we have right now, the most exciting success story, is this whole concept about, the new biome and the gut and so forth. And Shelly can hit on this too, because she's a scientist and she can give you all the specifics on it. But where the number one usage for WellSpa right now, they do the whole body and they love the WellSpa. We have over, millions and millions of uses. But what people love is right here on the waist. And they use that in combination with New Biome, and the results are just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You want before and after? There's your before and after, okay? So we're not done. This is just the beginning. We started this. You see this continue to grow. It's going to continue to grow all the way. We're working on stuff going out all the way through 2028 and there beyond. The stuff we're starting to hit on now, we're just scratching the surface. And like I said, we were in a 2-hour meeting with our R&D team earlier this week, and I couldn't be more excited about the future of these products that are coming out that the world's not even heard about. This reflects 50% of our sales right here, these products right here, 50%. Just these products. When you say, well, what do I do? Where do I start? Why don't you pick one of these? Because this is what's moving and what people want. Big time, okay? And then if you want, there's all these other products that will actually sell as well that are, a little more affordable that you can do, that you like, and that people like. But pick your passion, get excited about it, share it with others, because there's really 4 doors. You can go in through weight management, you can go in through devices, you can go in through skincare, and you can go in through wellness. You pick your passion, you pick your products, and you can do whatever you want in this business. Now, at Live, we're going to be launching a whole new door. This is cognitive wellness, and we're so excited about it. Because really, this stat right here, 93% report one or more, from their standpoint, are more interest related to sleep, stress, focus, or memory. Okay? I usually can't find somebody and ask this question, do you have any challenges with sleep, stress, focus, or memory? And somebody will say, yeah. One of those. I don't get into too much detail with them, but most of the time it's sleep, quite honestly. People are struggling sleeping. It has just been almost the biggest challenge we've ever seen. And guess what? If you have bad sleep, you're going to have bad memory and bad focus, because your body is supposed to be repairing itself at night and it's not doing it. So sleep's a big deal. We can't wait to launch this. This is going to be the best launch we've ever done. It's all brand new, and again, I'm just going to blame it all on Dr. Hester. She and her team put this all together. She did a fantastic job. So we have products for each one of these, both on topical and as well as personal care and ingestible. It's so exciting. So now we have 6 doors you can go through. You're like, well, wait, we were 4 doors. Now you have 6 doors. And then you have this one over here on the far right, which I won't talk about today, but just think, we're talking about DNA. We've been talking about genetics and epigenetics and some of the things that the impact of that on a daily basis. And every single person in this room is different genetic makeup. And we want to make sure that you discover the best you. And we're going to empower you to do it, okay? So get ready. This is coming in the future. But you have the most amazing products. This is just, it's so fun to be part of this company and to see some of the things that we're doing. So let's answer these questions, right? So we have strong growth? Yep, strong growth. We've got the products there. Do we have an integrated beauty and wellness story for $2 trillion? Yep, we've got that. And now we're getting to this digital place that we've never been before. You are right there. You're like right there. We call ourselves the first 40-year-old startup in the entire world, because really we're just getting started, and we're meeting all of these things that are the keys to the future. So from us, we look at it and we say, what's unique about Nuskin? Why us? Why not anybody else? And it comes down to, simply put, we have a unique global opportunity with 50 different markets, including now coming India, and we can talk a lot about that in the future. Exclusive access to our products, being able to have first mover advantage on this beauty and wellness opportunity, and then one decision. Sandy Tillotson always says, you're one decision away from greatness. If you make the decision, if you say, okay, I just heard Steve talk a lot, 30 minutes, blah, 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 but did you make a decision? Did you say, okay, I see what's happening here. I see the evidence of the opportunity. I see the products they're doing. I see the quality that they do. I see the investment they're making. Do I want to be a part of it? And hopefully you make that decision and you can change your life. So for me, it is just an absolute privilege to be part of this company, to be part of the team that really is committed. When I see people like Sean Brady, when I see like Patrick Baum, when I see Charlie Patterson, well, all of you, I'm going to forget. I don't want to miss it, but I'm just saying you have the privilege of hanging out with some of the greatest leaders, I'm serious, of Nuskin history right here in this room. They've like built it. So like, if you haven't attacked one of those guys and said, hey, how'd you build your business? Or what'd you do? Or got insights in there, then you're doing yourself a disservice. I mean, they're all around. Take the time, ask them how they did it, what they did, and how you can build yours so that you can take care of your family, so that you can take care of yourself, so that you can have the best life you possibly can. I'm so grateful I have the privilege of being here. Thank you so much for your time today. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.